Encanto is the newest film from Walt Disney Animation Studios, and in my own personal opinion, I think that this film is better than both Wreck-It Ralph films, Raya and the Last Dragon, Moana, Zootopia, and yes, even both Frozen films. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, but in my own personal opinion, honestly, I enjoyed this movie more than all of them, and let me tell you why. Hey everybody, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I'm sending you all positive vibes your way. Today I'm going to give you my honest, no BS take on Encanto and let you know if it's worth a watch. If you guys are new here and you want to see more early movie reviews just like this, hang out live streams where we talk about movies and movie reactions, then this is the place for you. Consider hitting that like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate all the support, and so do my partners at Movie Scene Canada as well, so let them know down in the description that Brandon sent you. So, the newest film from Walt Disney Animation Studios is Encanto, and it's directed by the same team that directed Zootopia and Tangled. And it stars Stephanie, Beatriz, John Leguizamo, and Maria, Cecilia, Botero. And it's about a girl who lives in Colombia in this magical house with her magical family. Every single one of her family members has this magical ability, or a gift, as they like to say in the movie, except for her. Then when the family's magic starts to die, it's up to our main character, Maribel, to find out why. So is this movie worth a watch? Well, like I said in my intro, I think that this is one of the best Disney movies that I've seen in a very long time. Now, I was born in 1995, same year that Pocahontas came out, and of course, like every other 90s kid, I grew up on the Disney Masterpiece Collection on VHS, watching movies like Hercules and Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast and Lion King, and some of the older ones too, like Bambi and Dumbo. And that was my childhood. I grew up on Disney. I love going to the Disney theme parks. I am a Disney freak. However, I will let you guys know that over the past 10 years, I haven't been too impressed with the Disney animated movies. Now, I don't know if that's because I was a late teenager, early 20s when movies like Zootopia and Moana were coming out. I'm not entirely sure, but I gotta say, Encanto made me feel like a kid again. It made me feel like I was watching a movie from the 90s. Like, this is the Disney magic I remember. So now I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but like I said it in the Raya and the Last Dragon review, the animation in Walt Disney animated movies is just mind-blowing. I'm looking at this movie and I'm like, how in the world can we get any better than this? I have no idea where animation's gonna go in the next 5-10 years, but like, have we reached the peak? Like, seriously, this movie is absolutely breathtaking to look at. Like, the hair on these characters, it's real. And I know that Brave did it back in 2012, but my God, the hair on these characters just looks so incredible. And there's one shot of the grandmother, Abuela, right? She's like crying and she has her hand out in the distance, and you can see like the tears running down her face and just the expressions. I'm like, my God, does it look amazing? And I sound like a broken record because every single Disney animated movie looks amazing these days, but wow. They still impress me with this movie. And another thing that I thought was some of the best that I have seen in a long time from Disney are the songs. Now, Lin-Manuel Miranda, I will admit, I haven't been the biggest fan of him, right? Like, I definitely did not like that new Mary Poppins movie, and I didn't really like him in it as well. And you know, the songs in Moana, I find to be, I'm not the biggest fan of them, and I know I'm in the minority on that. Like, what can I say except you're welcome? You know, like, all the songs in this movie, I was singing along. Every single one of them felt different. They didn't feel like they just meshed together like a new movie like Dear Evan Hansen, where all the songs basically felt the same. Every single song in this movie felt like it needed to be there. They were fun and energetic when they needed to be fun and energetic. They were sad and somber when they needed to be. I felt the characters' motivations and feelings whenever a song would come on. I was tapping my foot in the theater. I was humming the songs afterwards. When I was writing this review, I'm like thinking of the first song. I'm still humming it. I'm just so happy to have a Disney musical where I can hum all the songs and I'm totally into it. And I know that Frozen had a lot of great songs. I will admit that. And I don't know if these songs will be as popular as like Let It Go and Do You Want to Build a Snowman and Love is an Open Door. I don't know if we have those juggernauts here. But from a personal standpoint, I really enjoyed these ones. And I also love how every single character of the family had a moment to shine, especially with the music, especially when you have, you know, your main character, they're gonna get all the emotional songs. But every single character, every single family member with their unique powers has a moment to shine in the spotlight with the songs. Wonderful. Just, it's amazing. But the main reason why I like this movie so much is the story. I like how small scale it is. The whole movie takes place in this one magical house. Now, I will admit, it is a magical house. So behind every single door, it's not just a normal room. It is a jungle, it's a forest, it is a giant cave or a mountain, different things. So yes, you do see a lot of different locations, but it all takes place in the same house. And with that, it feels more small scale. And I like that. I like that this movie did not go for this grand adventure where there's this really big villain trying to take over the town, or it's trying to match Avengers Endgame in terms of its scope of epicness. It feels more compact, and for the story, I felt like that really worked because there really isn't a villain in this movie. The antagonizing force is just our own perceptions of ourselves and others, and this idea of perfectionism. And I get it, we all want to strive to be better, and as human beings, we are almost never satisfied. We always want to keep working towards something. We always want to keep improving. And I have this own problem in my own life where I just am really hard on myself for not being perfect. And especially with this channel, I always strive to be the best, but it's so easy to compare yourself with other people. And that strive for perfection, in a lot of kids especially, that's why I think it's really great to see it in a Disney movie. Sometimes we feel like we are just not special. We are inherently broken, but we see other people and think that they have it all. Oh, that person has the strength, that person has the beauty, that person has this really unique ability to shapeshift. Obviously this is in the movie, of course, but even on the playground, right? Oh, that person has this, that person has that, that person has that. Why don't I have this? It's so easy to compare and for us to put judgment onto other people who we don't even know. But this movie really shows us, like, there's this one character, I think her name's Louisa, who's super strong, and you can see her in the trailer that she's like carrying donkeys and she's carrying bridges and things. Like, she's the strong one. But you learn that even she doesn't feel comfortable with herself. She feels weak on the inside. And this movie doesn't really get into the whole mental health thing, I will admit, but it is about feeling content in your own imperfections. And our perceptions of people are not based on the truth. Like, I have it all the time where I think of some certain people and I go like, oh, they have the nice car, they have the nice apartment, why can't I have their life? But then you realize that they're going through a lot of personal family stuff or something like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't even know that. You don't notice what's going on the inside. So again, it's easier said than done, but this movie I think is really great to show families to say, yes, we can't judge a book by its cover. We cannot judge people and perceive people for doing certain things because we really don't know the entire story. And what I love is that it's told to us in an original movie. No sequel, no spin-off, no prequel, not based on anything. This movie is entirely original. At least I don't believe it's based on a book or something. I'm just so happy that Disney is going back to the original content, and I really hope that this movie does well because I want more of them like this. So for an overall rating, I'm gonna give this movie a 4 out of 5. I can't say that I love this movie, but it's close. Trust me, it's close, and maybe with a couple more watches I can get there. But for right now, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5, which is still a really great score. And I still like it more than almost all the movies that came out from Disney this decade. This movie really is a great one. So let me know, guys, what did you guys think of Encanto? Let me know down below. And what is your favorite Disney movie of the last 10 years? Am I just out to lunch with this one? Is Zootopia better? Is Moana better? Let me know. And again, guys, hit like and subscribe if you'd like to. And again, if you've made it this far, you guys are rock stars. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you again soon.